Hi everyone, welcome to my interview with Klara Kopi. Today I'm here with Nacho. He's a co-founder of Geneary, a new project being built on Near. It's a metaverse. I'm excited to see it.
Well,
Hi
thank you,
Nacho.
Clara.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Clara. Well, for me, it's a very interesting times, even though when we're in this kind of situation with the market. But the people that as that is building, it's exciting time because you have time for just get away from the market and start thinking on what else can we create for the community.
Yeah.
Thanks, Clara, for inviting me. The reason that I'm here, people, is to show you what we have been building for 3 months now. We are building a metaverse that is going to be built on top of Near and all the ecosystem. So we can go to the explanation on what's the metaverse. I would like to introduce first of what we have been doing previously into the crypto space. So I'm gonna share with you um, the presentation that I have. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Okay, first of all, Geneary. What is Geneary? Geneary will be, we're trying to make the biggest metaverse on Near. And before going that, I'm gonna first talk about the Notnode company. I'm the CEO of Notnode, and Notnode is a design company. We have been working in the crypto space for 3 years now. So Notnode has a long story of building NFT projects, which are related with 2D design, 3D design, games, AR, VR, and all of the tools needed in order to have a complete set of project from the concept art all the way up to the minting process. In several, we have been working in several blockchains now. So that's basically Notnode is the company that will build this metaverse on top of Near. Right now, we are a team of 13 people, and we have 3 companies. The first one is Notnode, and basically we are, it's where all the concept artists, 2D and 3D designers, and the game developers are placed now. Also, we have Hashit, which is a blockchain development company. And also, I want to show you here with what we have been doing previously. Also, we have a Blockbust company, which is related with content creation and marketing. So we have been working with several blockchains, as I said, Ethereum, Hive, Syscoin, and lastly on Cardano. We have been doing a lot of work also there. And on the right side, you can see some of our clients. We have been working, for example, for Genies. Genies is a metaverse project. Well, it's not really a metaverse. They are building characters. It's like a PFP project. And they are related with big artists. For example, they have Madonna. Wow. They have Justin Bieber. They have J Balvin. I mean, they have a lot of big people. And what we are doing for Genies is we create the fashion lines for them. Let's say they have a big artist. They give us some primary sketches, and we keep on working on those until we come up with a 3D design complete fashion line for those artists. So that's something that we're working right now. Ada Stars, we work with that project on Cardano. Blockplay is another metaverse that we are working right now, and they are building the platform on Ethereum. We have been working also with Splinterlands, which is the top 5 games most played in the crypto space right now. Actually, we have also been working with Alien Worlds, which is also one of the top 3 games in the industry, helping them with basically 3D design for characters and for all the needs that they have on their system. Exod it's a game on Hive, and also we have made some collaborations with some projects also on Cardano. And we already started working with this Tequila Town game, which is a farming game being developed also. And that's a funny thing because they have connected the NFTs, the physical NFTs, the barrels, the tequila, with an NFT, so you can buy whatever you want in the real life, and just wait for so many months until the tequila is ready. And I think it's a cool idea of how other people can connect these real life assets with digital assets, which I think it's very cool.
Awesome.
This is the list of our own projects. We have been also, aside from working for several clients, we also do our own things in-house. So we have been working in those epochs where there's not much clients to work with. So we keep our team working with our own NFT projects. So we have different kind of 2D, 3D generative systems, games, marketplaces. And the idea that these projects, some of them will be used to use them inside of the metaverse that I'm going to talk to you a little bit later.
You've been working a lot. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
So these are some of our concept designs that we have. The concept art is the first step once you want to build an NFT project. And for example, this is for the Tequila Town game. This will be like a shaded type game, farming, and very fun to play. So this is just for you to see that we have experience with illustration, basically, and the 2D design. Also, of course, our main core business is working on the 3D design. On the left side, you can see an image that I personally create for Alien Worlds. And on the right, you can see some characters for our own game being built on the Syscoin blockchain. This is part of our game, only 4 characters here, but we produce about 100 different characters in the sci-fi type. And you can see that has given us opportunity to learn a lot of how to build characters, come to story behind them, prepare all the clothing, which is the most time consuming. But nowadays we have experience for doing all these kind of cool things for the community. As I said, Ada Stars, it's a project that we work on Cardano. Mm-hmm. And on the right side, you can see spaceships that I created for different projects also on the blockchain. Blockplay, as I said, it's a project that it's being built right now on Ethereum. And you can see some images there where people is working with computers for coming up with all the treats and accessories, fashion things, all the things that you could see in a collection of, let's say, 15,000 NFTs collections. The right side, you can see that's the result on the block play, where we can mix, as I said, accessories, backgrounds, lighting, textures, materials, all of this being done in a 3D environment where it's kind of a little bit different from the 2D designs where everybody can mix all the accessories, but we mix also the lighting and the textures. So if you say, let's say you change the background to a different color, that will reflect the light on the faces of the characters. So
they look so cute.
That's a technology that we have developed in-house in order to have this kind of quality.
They look great.
Of course, we are jumping now into the AR and VR technology, where we use either Unity or Unreal to bring, animation and audio and video, final video for the games. Now let's jump with this metaverse. I wanted to first start with this introduction on who we are and what experience are we bringing into this idea. So this metaverse, actually, we started with this idea about 3 months ago. My idea was to start doing something into the near ecosystem, but my first idea was just to come up with a general NFT project. But then I realized, okay, what really the community is asking the projects to deliver, because there are so many projects right now, and you have to bring value to the community. So instead of creating a I don't know 5,000 NFT project, I start asking to the community, okay, what do you guys and girls would like to have into the metaverse, into the community? So they say, okay, why don't we have a metaverse? Then I start realizing, okay, if people is asking for that, there should be some needs that other projects are not fulfilling right now. So then I start looking at, okay, what do we have in here? Okay, we have like 3 or 4 concepts and projects that are already building into the near ecosystem. But what else can we do in order to join all the communities in one spot? So I start talking with different people in the community, and they told me, okay, we are building, for example, our own metaverse, and we have this, and this. Okay, that's good. What else can we bring in order to make this project the most interesting thing, the most big project that can attract so many people? Also, from the outside of near. So with these ideas, I say, okay, let's try to build something that really brings value to the community. And that's why I came with this idea. We started working right away, since we were already working with our team. Okay, I told to them and say, okay, let's build something that is beautiful, that has so many things that people cannot avoid to jump into our metaverse. So the idea for this concept is to have as much as possible and just bring it in a steady way. I mean, I know that this might be something like crazy. A lot of people might make a lot of things, but we have already been working especially on the scheduling and process and thinking, bringing so many ideas that I'm going to start talking with you about it. So the first one is we will have an internal marketplace. Many of the marketplace, they give you an avatar and you can just use it right away. But my idea is to bring potential into the metaverse with opportunity for the people to create their own things and then start selling them inside of the metaverse. Of course, we're going to create the whole collection of PFP and characters, which I'm going to show it to you a little bit later.
Awesome.
But the idea is that even if we produce these characters, people can also start jumping and create their own things. So with that, I think it's a good idea because we can integrate the communities, the DAOs that are already trying to do something. We can give them an opportunity to create. So that's the main thing. Then the second thing is we are going to create different worlds. It's like if we were playing the Real Player One movie, where you can jump from one theme into a different one. I'm going to show you a little bit later the ideas that we have there. Also, of course, we will have an internal DAO. Even though when we are starting this idea, the idea is that we can bring the community to start building all these ideas together. Maybe we are going to build 30% of all the things needed, like this, the basic standards, but we are going to need the help of the whole community to make it even bigger. Of course, it will be a sustainable economy, so we can share the value that is being created to anyone that join us in all this path. Another idea is that we are gonna introduce a way of payment with different cryptocurrencies or tokens that are already in the near ecosystem, or even later in other crypto coins connecting with Ethereum and other blockchains. So basically, we will receive near Aurora, and maybe later on we can create our own token. And also, one of the good things is that we want to give a welcome to other projects that they already have their own tokens and start receiving the payment for all the internal things that we are going to sell: NFTs, clothing, powers, skins, tennis, sneakers, whatever you can imagine. People can start paying with their own coin as long as it's inside of the near ecosystem. You can start paying for the things that they want to buy, or make trade, or do so many things. The next one, we will have a text and voice chat, and later on a video chat inside of the metaverse, so people can interact inside of the metaverse.
Wow.
Another thing that we want to do, we want to include the DeFi ecosystem inside of the metaverse. So you know that in this crypto space, there are two kind of people: the ones that are coming for the art, NFTs, and all these beautiful things, and the people that they don't care about it, they just want to make money, and that's a reality. They are here as an investors, and we want to include that people also into the metaverse. So the way that we are gonna place the DeFi inside is to talk with the existing projects that are already being producing, that are producing right now into the new ecosystem, and bring those protocols inside of the metaverse. So you could be using either the metaverse for fun, or you could also use the existing protocols to do things for gaining tokens, for lending, for borrowing, for all these things that people is using in a more fun way. And I think that feature will bring a lot of people also as well. The next one is we will include games inside of the metaverse. And let me explain a little bit about this. All the metaverses that are existing right now, unfortunately, they are like silos. I mean, if you want to jump from one metaverse to another one, you have to log out of one and then log in into the next one. So Geneary basically is here to set up all the rules in order to create an infrastructure to bring even the other metaverses into just one big chunk of technology. So one of the things that I like about this new ecosystem is that they are very friendly. I have even spoke with other CEOs or co-founders from other marketplaces, and they always say, "Okay, cool. That's a cool idea. How we can work together in order to bring unity into the ecosystem." I mean, we are not here to compete with other projects. We are here to set up a platform to join all our communities in this space. Of course, this space won't belong to us. This space will belong to the community because if we are going to make all this through a DAO, then that means that we are not a, let's say, company that wants to make money out of this thing. If we are just thinking that Web3 is to give the opportunity for the people to take the control, then this is the only way that we can achieve our goal to bring 1 million players into this metaverse. I know that this might be kind of scary or crazy, but I think we can make it with this idea of joining forces, bringing all together. We are not going to try to manage and handle the whole community, but we're trying to give opportunity of one option that can bring a space where most of the communities can join together in one space, letting the communities, the DAOs, uh, any person that wants to join us, they are very welcome. And as I said, this is just the start. We're gonna build. We already started building this idea, but as I said, we really need the people in order to complete and reach all these goals. Another thing that we are gonna do is once we have almost complete the first phase for this metaverse, we're gonna open up for big brands to come and open up stores, buildings, malls, that they can start selling the physical articles attached with NFTs. And this is not only for big brands. If you own a store that you sell any kind of product and you want to link it to an NFT, you can set up either a store, a space, buy it or rent it. So you can start offering also your services inside of the metaverse. So this is the way that people is going to start moving from the normal type of business into this new reality. And we want to be prepared for that thing. And lastly, one of the most important things for us, as I said, is that we are going to set up a system to interconnect all the metaverses that are already existing in here, or even the ones that are being produced right now, to make a cross connection between all these communities. For example, if you own a character in another metaverse, you can bring that character into our own metaverse and start interacting with all these tools that we are going to build. And you can jump back into the metaverse that you are coming from. Another idea that we are planning is that we are going to include the most successful, at least at the beginning, the most successful projects on NFTs. Let's say it's that the most famous projects that are right now on Paras, we can bring those NFTs inside of the metaverse. Of course, that will be a technicality challenge, but I think we can make it. We're going to produce our own games, our own NFTs. So you can interact, you can move, you can jump, you can dance, you can sing, whatever you want to do with your character through a system where we can rig the characters, and then later on we can animate them so people can start using the NFTs that you buy outside. You can start using them inside of the metaverse. Right now, the only thing that you can do is on other ideas and other metaverses, you buy the NFT, but it keeps on being just a JPEG. I mean, you cannot do anything with that. You can just put it on your chest and that's all. But my idea is to bring life to those characters so we can make them in a process of 3D design, so we can utilize those NFTs as a real characters inside of the metaverse. Okay, now let's jump into the big goals that we have in order to build this Geneary project. First of all, we need to build the infrastructure, and I think this is a core thing that we need to do, because we could take two paths. The first one, we can set up the infrastructure, all the servers and everything. No node could do this, but this is not the idea. The idea is to bring opportunity to all the people to participate in a big network where everyone sets up a server. So that server could be like a federated system where if one fails, there are so many more people working in order to stabilize the network. So this is one of the things that we must do in order to make this project a decentralized. Because let's say if we manage all this infrastructure and technology, what happens if something fails? The whole concept goes down. So by placing all this power concept of disseminating all this technology, then there is a less problems in the future if we face something. So that's one of the reasons that's on why we want to make this infrastructure decentralized. The second thing is that we need to define the standards and protocols. And once we have that thing, then we can start receiving different projects, different companies, different DAOs to start building on the platform. Once we set up all these rules, then people can start building on it. And talking about that, we just signed a petition for the Metaverse Standards Forum, where the majority of the big brands are located. Let's say Unity is there. Maxon, the creator of different 3D design, ZBrush, Cinema 4D, Meta is there, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Autodesk. I mean, there are so many big brands that are joining forces in order to set up a standards for creating the future metaverse. So we already applied to be part of that association, and that I think that will give us opportunity to be along with the big brands in order to create something that we can place in documents, so we can share to the community of the minimal things that we will need in order to accept a participation from different groups. Then the last one, the third one, is how we can create the graphics, the characters, the cities, the spaceships, and all these things that we are going to start building we need to start creating a system in order to, as I say, set up the standards, but at the same time, letting the community participate with this creation. So this will include the guilds, DAOs, on-chain communities, associations, the ones that we already have into the community. So they can participate into this force. Okay, cool. Now, how are we monetizing it? This is maybe a big question for a long-standing project. Well, first of all, since we are going to have our own marketplace inside of the metaverse, we're going to start selling NFTs, including the clothing, accessories, skins, art, whatever you want to use inside of the metaverse. You can either get it through a marketplace, or you can buy it in a different marketplace also as well. So the idea is, even if, when we are going to have our internal marketplace, those NFTs also will be listed on the different marketplaces into the Near ecosystem. Another idea for having an income will be to sell the digital land. Of course, we're going to start with one city, and then once we fill that city, we will jump into the next one. We will have also internal online concerts, events. We can sell tickets. People can start selling also NFT tickets for events. We'll have the internal marketplace. And another thing is that, as I said, we are going to have a link with different brands so they can start selling their fashion collections inside of the metaverse. And lastly, we're also going to monetize from the games, the ones that we are going to produce, or the ones that communities or companies can bring into the metaverse. Now let's jump into the worlds. What are the worlds? The worlds are basically cities that we can play some themes. For example, we're going to have like the Zen world, which is a city for people that likes meditate to in a more relaxed way. Awesome. But we will also have the business world, where people can start selling whatever they want on that. This is where we will place the DeFi tools, marketplaces, stores, whatever you can imagine into the DeFi, decentralized finance, into that city. Also, we will have the fun world, which you can have different stadiums, events, casinos, let's say a crazy city where you can buy whatever you want and have fun, and concerts, discos, whatever you want to do there. And also we will have the cyberpunk world, which is more like the sci-fi thing where you can place this type of games inside of that world. So the cool thing about it having different worlds is that, let's say if you get bored from one and you want to have some party, you can jump into the next one just by going into a portal. Instead of having a convenience store in the corner, we're going to place those portals so you can just get in and then jump into the next world where you can have some parties or whatever you want to have. So of course, we're going to just start with one city. And once we fill that one, then we will invite the community to start building the next one. So that's basically the idea. You can jump with a click of a button to a different place with different people. And I think that's a cool idea, because you never get bored. If you, let's say you have a party and you want to be relaxed now, you jump into the Zen world just to have some peace for a couple of hours. So that's basically the words. Now, these are the concepts that we have been working. Every one of these concepts belongs to a different world. We have been working like 15 different concepts, but you can, once you start using the metaverse, you can be one of these characters and you can start getting accessories, garments, and fashion things for your own character. Those are the designs that we already been building, and maybe you can see the same characters in the previous part.
Yeah.
But nowadays, awesome. We have this design concept, and we wanted to start first with this concept, so we can set up, as I said, the rules on shapes, sizes, colors, textures, materials. So we already, as I said, we already started with this collection. We have so many more characters already been done. That's what our team is working right now. Now, this is the concept for the architecture, for the, let's say, the sci-fi type of architecture that we are building. This is still not on 3D. We are now working on selecting which of the several options we have for the game engine. Then we can start building this kind of things into the metaverse. So as you can see, this is just like a regular city where you can shop, you can walk, you can do whatever you want. Now, this is, we will have an accelerator program in order to incentivize the people, the DAOs, the teams, to start building on top of Geneary. So once we come up with our own token, we are going to reserve a big chunk of those tokens in order to incentivize the community to create things, to create spaceships, weapons, characters, animals, anything that you want to create. We are going to incentivize. And then people can, once they create all these things, they can start creating a real value of an economy inside of the metaverse. So let's say you want to launch a fashion collection. You are a team of, let's say, 4 or 5 people that already know how to do these things. You can place your own brand, and then we will help you to promote all the things that you will create inside of the metaverse. So that way we include and give real ownership of the metaverse to the community. We are not going to own this project. We are going to give it to the community so they can start building on top of that. Of course, we are going to set up the first steps, but once everyone knows how to deal with this, this thing will be free and people can start doing games, fashion collections, physical NFTs related with events, tickets, music, all these things together in one place. So that's why I for me, it is very important to say that even if there are other projects trying to do something, the main core idea for this is to join the community to work together. And this is the reason that I think we can reach, at least in the first months, 1 million players. I have known that other projects that already are into the new ecosystem, they already reach that kind of people, and even we can invite other communities, other projects that they have a big uh, amount of followers. The idea is to bring value to all of them. So we are not here to fight and compete against other ones. We are here to build together a much bigger community, more than the one that we have right now. Uh, Near has reached, I think, 15 million accounts open uh, into the system. So asking for 1 million is not too much. I think we have space for uh, growing more. So that's the main idea for the Geneary project. Here I have our Notnode.com. That's the company that is building, at least in the beginning, the metaverse. Also, I would like to follow us on at underscore Geneary on Twitter. We have also the Notnode underscore dot com Twitter account, and that's my personal NFIGX uh, account on Twitter. So that's basically the idea, Klara. The idea is to bring value to the community in a different way. One of the things that I also want to clarify is that even though when we have experience in different blockchains, my idea is to bring, actually, we are already in near, but we are moving from the different blockchains that we have been participating and just concentrate in one thing, which is Geneary. As I said, we are a team of 13 people, plus we are integrating another team of 15 more people of people that is already been developing here in the ecosystem. So they are going to help us to build the marketplace. They are from Venezuela. Most of my team is from Mexico. And if everything goes all right, then we will be a 30 team uh, team working into this metaverse. And so the reason that I'm saying all these things is because this is not just an idea on paper. We have been working for 3 months now. We are working every day to bring more characters, more ideas. Started working with the architectural thing, all the technical side, how we're going to connect this thing with the near blockchain. And also we have been working, having some meetings with other participants of the near ecosystem, like Octopus Network. They already have some interest in participating with us in part of the technology, so we can utilize some of their tools, and some of the tools are going to be needed on the ones that are already in the near ecosystem. So they showed some interest there. And one of the things for me, it's very important to clarify. We are not coming here in order to ask for money first, and then with some idea on paper, and then later on let's see if we can make it or not. Mm-hmm. The idea also that I have learned is that if you want to produce something that is valuable to the community, you have to give first. You have to show what you have done. That's why I took some time to show you what we have done into the blockchain space. And then later on, if let's say if Near Foundation says, okay, this is a good thing that we can invest on, then later on we can start receiving grants on that. But that's not our idea. Our idea is just to produce first and then bring value. And then if they are convinced that we have value to the community, then maybe in 2, 3, or 4, I don't know, maybe 6 months down in the road, they can help us with that. that will be good. But at least we produce something first, we show what we can do, and we can start keep on talking with different people in the community, joining forces, bringing value, inviting people, hiring more 2D designers, 3D designers, more people that is going to help us with the smart contracts, the games itself, the marketing side, the promotion, all these things. We still need to grow in order to bring this idea of 1 million followers, and which I think is crazy, but I think we can make it. Of course, we have to make it in a steady way, reaching one goal. And once we have that thing, then we can go to the next one. People might see this as a huge project, but we have done it previously. We have been doing this kind of thing for our own clients. Now it's time for us to start building it for us and for the community.
Well, it looks amazing. Yeah, I loved your presentation. The idea of that is very good. And you said that you have a big team, right? You have what, 18 people? Yes,
We are 13 right now, plus
13.
we are adding 15 more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already a big group of people working. And yeah, the presentation looks very good. Congratulations. It looks like a very interesting project. It looks good. It is interesting. And it has great potential to expand. And we have a lot of creatives in your community. So I think you don't have any problem doing your project and expanding and bringing
Yeah,
the community in.
actually, I will be very happy if we can start receiving, welcoming people from the community. That's one of the reasons. I mean, we can hire different contractors to do these things, but I don't think this bring a real value to the community. Once the community feels that they have space, of course they can keep on doing their own things in their own DAOs. But if you find a place where you can bring value, bring knowledge, uh, be happy at the same time, being happy. So that's where people is trying to reach. And for us, we have been working, as I said, for 3 years now in this space. And actually, I have been working since 2013 in the crypto space. When at that time there were not many people talking about this in Spanish, because I live in Mexico, I speak Spanish. So what I did during those days, I start creating my own video podcast and start interviewing a lot of people that they are in a very good position now in Latin America.
Oh.
When I finished that, I start traveling different countries in Latin America, trying to teach about the blockchain, especially with universities, with local governments that they didn't know anything about blockchain. So then I traveled to so many countries in Latin America, even I went to Brazil also as well. So that has given me the opportunity to teach the people to know how a real project needs to be managed in a right way, where you can count on the people, where you can bring value to the people, and just stay away from the centralized things, where you can have more freedom, you can be more joyful, you can be more happy, and you can have a way of feeding your family. And I think that's a good idea. So that's why I came up with this idea that we can share everything that we have in order to bring value and stability, especially during these times where I think it's going to get worse over time. But blockchain gives us the opportunity to have more freedom on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're from the Metaverse now, so we are very interested in everything you're doing because mainly our objectives now are to record everything that is happening on the metaverse. So we are here we record every event that we know of that Near community is creating. So we have these recordings, historical recordings. So in the future, we'll have material to research regarding the beginning of the metaverse, especially related to Near. And I also here and interviewing people that are building it and making it a reality right now regarding the metaverse and the protocol and every event that people are making is very cool. And we are also creating events. So yeah, we're dying to see it. Like, oh, let's go to this new metaverse. And maybe one day we'll get a piece of land also because we would like to support the projects. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, I think we are still starting into this concept. But since everything goes very fast in the technology side, I think it will take maybe just a couple of years before we are jumping into the metaverse and having real conversations there, dancing, knowing new people, having new relationships, and maybe having some weddings there also as well.
Yeah. The other day we saw that people were getting married in voxels. I don't know if you know voxels. Do you know?
Yeah.
I saw someone was getting married there. Oh my God, a marriage of the metaverse. It's so cool. It's a pity I couldn't go.
Oh yeah. And
I
also
wish I knew.
You can expect later on people start divorcing also in the metaverse.
Oh, you can imagine that. Oh, it'll be great to, well, not great to watch, but be fun. Funny at least. Life is so different.
Yeah.